Hello everyone, this is Rae-Leigh with the Ranch Simulator community team, and today we're talking about the roadmap. I'm so excited. I got a hold of this Wednesday, and I have been so waiting to tell you guys what's going on. So, can you hear me okay? Is the music too loud? Are we good there? Do I need to turn it down some? I'm really excited to show you guys what is coming. I don't have any like gameplay stuff yet. I don't even have screenshots because they are still working on everything. So I do have some information for you guys at least. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so the 2025 roadmap. The official announcement is going to be on Monday. So, be on the lookout for that. But they told me that I could go ahead and... Oh, awesome. Hey, Chase, what's up? Okay, so I'm really excited about this. I'm shaking. I'm so excited right now. Anyway... So the 2025 roadmap, we have 3 major updates that are going to be coming out. All 3 of them have been very much requested and suggested for a long time. And I'm really excited about 2 of them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very super excited about the first one because it has been the bane of my existence, but I'm willing to overlook it. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Our first 2025 update, which is going to be coming sometime this summer. I don't have exact dates yet. But we are going to be looking at the sheep. We're finally getting sheep. Everyone get excited. I'm excited for tiny little lambs, and I will probably get rid of the sheep as soon as they are fully grown, so I don't have to do any work with them. But I'm very excited about little lambs. We're finally going to have sheep in the game. You will be able to shear them. I do know that for sure. And there are talks about having some other aspects to the sheep as well. I can't confirm anything on that right now. But yeah, we're getting the sheep. Finally. I know so many of you have requested sheep. I personally don't want them. But I'm happy that you guys are finally getting the sheep that you have asked for and requested for so long. So I'm not happy for myself and my ranch, but I'm happy for you guys. Actually, Seto, the plan, from my understanding, and the poll on it was done before I joined, was goats versus sheep. And at the time, the goats ended up winning, so the sheep weren't planned on being added in later. But there has been an overwhelming request for the sheep to be added. So the devs listened and they're adding the sheep. So that's coming. We can expect that in the summer update sometime between possibly June and July. Do not quote me on that because we don't have an exact date yet, and I don't want to promise you guys something and then it not get delivered. So, summer update, whenever that happens. We will have more information on that as we get closer to that time, but right now there's no exact date. Then in the fall update, we are going to be looking at another highly requested item. We are getting building decorations. We are getting building components. They are also going to be putting more of an economy into the game. Specifically, supply and demand has been mentioned, where the more you sell of a particular item, like your blue mold cheese, the less it actually sells for. So that'll be something interesting to work with. Once again, I don't have any details on exact building decorations. I'm hoping that they're going to be adding furniture, so all of our custom builds don't look so empty, while the prefab houses look so full of stuff. So I'm hoping for that. We'll have more information later on. Like I said, this is just a very basic roadmap right now. And a lot of the details will come out later on as we get closer to that. The building decorations will be in the fall update. And then the winter update is going to be my absolute favorite and the one that I am most excited about. We're getting fishing. We're getting fishing, and I'm so excited. I have spent so long begging them to put fish in that giant lake on the forest map because I want to fish. It looks amazing, and I was so hoping when they added that little fishing shack next to the lake when they switched to UE5 that we were going to have fishing at some point, and they have listened, and I love them for it. We're getting fishing. It's going to be a very simple mechanic. It's not going to be really super in-depth. You will be able to sell your fish, but as far as it goes, still don't have a lot of information on it right now because they have to get through the other updates to get to that point. But we should be looking for fishing in the winter update. So I'm pretty excited about that one. So feel free to ask me any questions. I'm here to answer because this is what we're looking at. It's super exciting, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to feed it to the animals. I kind of hope you will be able to, just because that would... The cats, maybe. Cats would be amazing to feed fish to. You will be able to sell them, though. I imagine that will have some supply and demand aspects to it as well, depending on what kind of fish there are and things like that. So, yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited for fishing. It makes the sting of the sheep less. So I'm pretty happy with that one. So yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I love questions. I love chatting with you guys. It's super fun. And you guys have some awesome ideas. Regardless of, the sheep. Oh no, not the geeps. We don't need geeps. Are geeps a real thing? Can you do that? That's weird. I'll have to Google that later. Am I the only one that Googles random stuff sometimes? I woke up in the middle of the night last night and Googled how many carbs was in a block of Velveeta cheese. Because I needed to know these things for science and reasons. The animals should be able to eat the things we plant in the greenhouses. I completely understand that. The only thing I will say about that, Seto, is while they can't eat the stuff from the greenhouses, they can eat all of the large crops. So the corn, the sunflowers, and the wheat, you can all feed your animals. So it does help a little bit. The balancing on that right now is a little bit off. I don't know if they're going to update that with the economy improvements. I did suggest that. like how iron is made, right? I used to love that show, How It's Made. Mayhem, you and me both. I'm very excited about furniture, and I'm very excited about fishing. I cannot get excited about these sheep. I can't. I'm excited about the tiny little lambs. So what I will probably do is I will have the lambs, and then once the sheep reach full growth, they're gone. I'm just not going to worry about them anymore. Because, yeah. I think the sheep shearing is going to be an interesting aspect of it. And I'm curious what all you're going to be able to do with the wool, if anything. Because like I said, this is just bare bones kind of, they just came up with the roadmap. So we don't have exact specifics yet. Like I said, the official announcement will be Monday, and then the closer we get to each one of the updates, we'll have more information on what exactly is going to be in those particular updates. I'm so excited about fishing. I cannot get over it. I'm ready. Hand me a pole and put me by the lake. I will be there all the time. Be awesome if they added rifle attachments like a scope or red dot or mounted flashlight. It would help with hunting. I agree. That would definitely help with the hunting aspect. I think that might be a little more in depth than what the devs are looking to go right now. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that, Mayhem. That may be where they're going with that. That way you have time to, you know, collect up all the wool you're going to need to make your furniture. That would be really smart. I will make sure I let the team know about that, because that is a genius idea. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, actually interacting with you guys always brings about these great ideas. And yeah, I'm excited for this. Other than doing cheese, curd, and meat products, will we one day have other produce, like from the small crop plants? That I'm not sure. I don't know what the plan is after this, so I can't speak on that. Good speed. Your farm hands are your friends, my dude. You gotta hire your friends to come help. And if not, looking to play. Find somebody in there. Oh, I love turning the extra saplings into logs, Mayhem. That's super fun. Which was actually very, very surprising to me when somebody told me that you can put them directly onto the saw. Because I didn't realize you could do it from the saw. Just read coming fall, sorry. Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, we don't need employees. That's what we have friends for. Oh, no. Well, here you go. Here's your opportunity. We're all here together. Make a friend or two. They could go into an entire cooking thing. I don't think they're going to. I think that's a little more involved than what they're looking to get right now. You know, keep in mind, this is just my opinion. You know, the views and opinions stated here are Rae-Leigh and do not necessarily represent the devs or Excalibur Games or any of that. You know, legal disclaimer type stuff. I don't see them doing that and making it a really in-depth cooking system. I wonder if we're going to be able to cook the fish. I should have asked that. How would we even cook the fish, though? I'm not sure I would want to boil the fish. Okay. Pies. I don't see us getting pies, especially not this year. Because I know this is probably going to be pretty in depth. But yeah, I mean, this just goes to show everybody that the devs really are listening, and it might have taken a while, but we're getting things that we've actually been requesting and have been overwhelmingly requested for a long time. Sushi. Oh, I love the sushi. I can't eat sushi right now, and I'm very sad about it. Animals and gates are so annoying, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, Diamond Cat, have you watched my short video about the stopgap fencing? Because if you haven't, I would say definitely do that, and that will help, especially with the pigs who are always trying to escape. My cows are quite a bit slower than my pigs for some reason. So the pigs are always just like bucking it for the gates. And the cows are just like, oh, the gate's open. Let me wander this way. But yeah. None of my friends want to do these repetitive tasks. Good speed. I am so sorry, and you don't need that negativity in your life. Get some new friends. Hashtag Yuli's advice. To be fair, none of my friends want to do the repetitive tasks either, and I've bothered them so much about playing Ranch Simulator at this point that I think they will never play it ever, and I'm really sad about that. Oh, and just a heads up while you guys are here, I am working on getting memberships up on my YouTube channel, and those are going to have some exclusive live streams for sure. Basically me trying out some new games and some stuff that's been sent to me recently. And yeah, I'm gonna start branching out from Ranch Simulator soon. Not that I don't love the game, and not that I'm not gonna keep working here. I just want to branch out and try some new things. Can they add another game mode like survival as well? In survival mode, maybe a player has to eat and drink. I can't confirm anything about that right now, Seto, just because this is all we have at the moment. It's really, really hard to plan, ahead for next year, because we got to get through this year first. I partner with others like the game. Do the devs have a Discord? The devs are actually in the official Ranch Simulator Discord. They tend not to talk very much, though. They are in there mainly for the suggestions and things like that. So a lot of times, if you have a question or a suggestion, you'll speak with either one of the ranch sheriffs like me or Kiwa, and occasionally you'll get one of the publishing team like Red Panda, who is awesome to work with. And yeah, they're there. They just don't talk very much because they're busy working on the game. No, I did not see it. My cows also sleep in front of the gates, so I will check your video. A slider to turn off the dust storms would be so great. You are preaching to the choir on that one. I was doing some testing a couple weeks ago when we were having issues with the animals just randomly dying. And in the tests, I got like 4 dust storms in one day. It was so bad. I do think that they are going to fix that at some point in one of the updates. I'm just not sure which update or when. So I do think that that is in the plan at some point. You can't even think about leaving. I am not going anywhere, Seto. I'm not going anywhere. I am ranch sim till I die. So don't worry about that. I am just thinking about, maybe trying out some other simulator games. I've been sent a few in the past couple weeks, which was shocking to me. I still don't really feel like a YouTuber. Somebody mentioned in the official Discord the other day, and they were like, "Oh, the YouTuber Yuli is here," and I was like, "What? I qualify as a YouTuber now?" I was shocked. So, can have a channel for looking for partners to ranch with. We do have a channel. It's called Looking For Channel. Or Looking to Play With. What is the name of the channel? Hold on. Looking to Play is the name of the channel. It is in the official Ranch Simulator Discord. And you can basically just post in there. And a lot of people are typically in there that will like playing. There's not really that many. It's not very active this time of day, because I think a lot of people are sleeping or at work. But yeah. Maybe they could add a setting where you could determine the frequency of sandstorms and weather conditions. Yeah, I think that might be coming. There's also an option to just kind of change the way that the weather works right now, because the weather right now is truly random. So basically what happens is the system goes through and it just kind of rolls a dice, and whatever weather pattern it gets, that's what it gets. And there's no like cooldown on that. So if it rolls a sandstorm this time and then it just happens to roll a sandstorm again, you're just gonna have another sandstorm. What about vehicles? Maneuvering vehicles in this game is a nightmare. Yeah, it's not ideal. I will say that. It has come a long way from when I started playing, which was about 3 years ago now. It's come a long way in that time. They are looking to do something else with the vehicles and update that. I don't have a timeline for that, and I can't confirm what is actually going to be going on with that. So yeah. Hi, Gibbles. We need a weed whacker and a dirt bike. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know about that one. I'm not sure that'll be added. But you can always put it in the suggestions. They do read them. Wait. What do you mean not all the chickens are giving out babies? It's not GTA, but it's not that bad driving. Put a gas can and four oil barrels on the ATV. Oh my gosh, yes. You can actually stick the oil barrels in the back of the station wagon too, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, they fit in there. A horse-drawn trailer that you can pull with 4 horses back and forth around the map. Gibbles. That is genius. Please put that in the suggestions channel in the official Discord, please. I will like that. I will send it directly to the team because they need to know. That is a genius idea. so glad they continue to work on the game, and I think they get too much hate on forums sometimes, and I love the game. I also got 4 dust storms in like 20 minutes while looking for bees. Oh, that is bad luck, Diamond. Oof. My chickens won't fertilize and hatch babies. They broken. How many chickens do you have, Gibbles? Are they, like, is your thing full? Your thing. The chicken coop. Words today, y'all. Words. The chicken coop, is it full? Because if it is, that could be the reason. I'm hopping around, y'all. The ADHD is ADHDing. Diamond, I am really glad that they continue to work on the game too. I will say that there is mostly positive reviews on the game, and they are very deserved. The devs work really, really hard on this game. And a lot of those people don't take into consideration that this is the first large-scale game that these 2 devs have really worked on. And, I mean, it's a learning curve. It takes, you know, everything takes a learning curve. And I don't think they ever expected this game to get as big as it is and to have the following that it does. Started with 4 hens and 2 roosters, nothing after a week. So killed the roosters and bought 30 hens to fill the coop. Yeah, I mean, I would say, Gibbles, just go into the official Ranch Simulator Discord, submit a ticket with a copy of your save file, and we can investigate that, because that sounds like there might be some sort of issue there. Before you do that, though, I would make sure that your game is fully updated and they have food, they have water, they have all that stuff, and that they have enough space too. Because if you only killed the roosters and then you bought 30 hens to fill up the coop, you have 34 hens in there right now. So that could be why you're not getting the eggs fertilized or otherwise. And if you don't have roosters anymore, that's definitely why you're not getting fertilized eggs. Because the roosters are the ones that do that. Ooh, who uses fences to contain the chickens? Not to sound rude, I tried that and it did not work for me. We love the most expensive coop though. That one is nice. Also, I would suggest if you're actively trying to breed your chickens, take like a medium coop and put it next to your expensive coop and put the eggs inside the medium coop, especially if they're fertilized. Put them inside the medium coop and then they will hatch and grow in there, and then you can move them over into the expensive coop. Oh yeah, 300 hours, that's great. I have a lot more because of the videos and everything, but I love playing Ranch Simulator. It can work really nice sometimes. I think my biggest problem with it was I had to mow the grass inside to be able to find the eggs. And that drove me crazy because I wanted to just be able to go in and grab the eggs when I needed them and not have to search for them. Because I nearly cried the first time I stepped on an egg. It would be nice if rain watered the crops. Which crops? Are you talking about the large crops or the small ones? meat processing factory. You're supposed to build one, Speed. Yep, everyone is capped at 100 trees. Mainly because there's so many options to get trees. I mean, the forest map is nothing but trees all over the ranch that you can cut down. And then on the southwest map, where there aren't as many trees, unless you're on the, I think it's the 8K and the 36K map or ranches, then you kind of have all the trees you need right by you. It'd be nice if we could process wild meat. Maybe? I feel like the wild meat still wouldn't sell as much even if you could process it. I know it would be awesome for immersion's sake, but I built a structure and built medium coops inside it. That's not a bad idea, actually. Too much pork, too repetitive. Well, stop making pigs. That's one thing that always kills me. Is I will go, somebody will complain that they're having lag issues or, you know, their frame rate has dropped, and I get their save file and I go in to investigate, and there are pigs everywhere. Like, as far as the eye can see, it's just a wall of pink pigs. And I'm like, what have you done to yourself? The pig apocalypse. Not tell the pigs that. Fruit trees. Yeah, fruit trees would be good. Any talk of optimizing Steam Deck? My GPU always at 99% on low settings. Diamond Cat, have you set, if you're, wait, you're on the Steam Deck? I'm not sure about the Steam Deck settings. I will look into that for you. But I know that the recommended settings that we have for the computers, at least, is to set your frame rate cap at 60 and then turn on either your DLSS or your FSR, depending on which GPU you have. And that typically smooths out the frame rate, even at the lower settings. I watch a few streamers and they keep their animals well contained. They pay a lot of attention to the breeding. Oh yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. Especially with the pigs. Because if you don't, they will go crazy. The rest of them, like beef cows, aren't so bad. Dairy cows, I've never bred dairy cows, but they're not that bad. The goats aren't super horrible, neither are the horses, because they all only have one baby at a time. With the pigs, the minimum you will get is 2 babies. The maximum you can get is 6. And that is a lot of pork to have to process. Just a lot. For no reason. So I definitely keep mine separated as much as possible. You know, like I wait until I'm ready for more pork, and then I just kind of take the mom out of her cell or her stall, whatever, and I kind of walk her over towards the dad, let them do what they do, and then put her back in her stall when they're done, and then they stay away from each other. And then as soon as those babies are born, I separate them into their own individual stalls. All of them. Everybody gets a stall, and then they stay there until they're old enough. Can we get a melee attack? I recommend a slap for testing purposes. Why would you need to slap when you could just shoot them? We have moderators who will literally join on for testing purposes, and then as soon as they do, they shoot the host. So rude. Mayhem, it is actually, the official Discord is linked in the description for this video. So you should be able to find it there. If not, it is linked in all of my videos. We really need AI farm hands we can hire for various tasks, especially when we have more than one ranch. Oh, hey, Michelle. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. Your farm hands are your friends. You gotta hire them with promises of pork empires. When you have a ton of pigs, just sell the ones you don't have time to process. That is a good point. Yeah. I've done that a couple of times. Just loaded everybody up in the animal trailer and took them down to Best Burger and unalived them there. Steam Deck runs it well, just choose battery so bad. I will check the settings you mentioned. I have capped to 60 FPS, no lag on deck. Just battery dies quick from the 99% GPU use. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the game actually does Steam Deck very well. Let me check and see. Let's see. Yeah, the Ranch Simulator is not supported by Steam Deck. So with that, unfortunately, you kind of get what you get. I would recommend playing on your computer if you can. I know a lot of people play on laptops, but a lot of the even gaming laptops sometimes can't handle the game the way that it is. And of course, optimization is coming in every update as usual. Nothing's changed with that, so it's just waiting for those updates to happen. Oh gosh. Oh. My Discord is going off. What's up? Oh! Mayhem joined the Discord. Thank you, Mayhem. But to be fair, they do not support... Is that supposed to be yet? Yeah. I mean... I know at one time that was the plan. Sorry, I gotta adjust in my seat. So if you hear creaking or something, it's just my chair. I know at one time, I think that was the plan. I'm not sure about that anymore. I will try and check on that and let you guys know what I find out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know of any plans to be supported on Steam Deck or to support console release. I don't have any confirmation of anything. I don't know of any plans about either one of those. The link isn't a clickable link, but I was able to copy it. Weird. I don't know why that's not working. But yeah, I mean, that's our 2025 roadmap. I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are super excited about it. The official announcement goes out on Monday, but you guys heard it here first. Oh wow, this thing is moving fast. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions, or... I'm really sorry that I don't have any screenshots or any sort of gameplay to show you guys. It's just very new stuff that the devs are still working on. So as soon as I have something to show you guys, I will. What about the pets? I see videos of players having trouble with them. What kind of trouble, and how old is the video? Because those were just done. Hey Yuli, have they said anything about making it mod compatible in the near future? I have not heard anything about that. The official stance on that is the game does not support mods, and any use of mods takes away our ability to support should you have issues. We need leaves and a leaf blower. Well, thank you, Seto. I'm glad that you guys are excited about this, as I am. Hey, Tony, fishing is going to be awesome. I'm super excited about it. I am so ready to be able to fish in that giant lake. I am really interested to see what new building components they're going to add to. I know some other suggestions have been made for that, with like just support beams in general. The video was like a month ago. The cats would not eat and they died. The dogs kept getting stuck by the player's house. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. A bigger lawnmower. Yeah, bigger lawnmower would be good. Speed, I don't know about that yet. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a situation where you go out into the lake to fish, or if you just have to kind of stand on the dock of the you know, like that little fishing shack. Also, they're gonna have to do some updates to the Southwest map, because right now you can't even reach the river. Large door frame piece for the porch roof supports. Yeah, Mayhem, we all did. And a lot of people are still having issues with those. So I think that's coming as part of the new building components. I don't have any info on that right now. Like I said, all of this is just the general plan for the rest of 2025, and we will have more details later on once it gets closer to time for those particular updates. Michelle, I am definitely sticking around the game, even though sheep are coming. I'm excited about baby lambs. I'm ready for that part, because I'm pretty sure that we were told you will be able to breed the sheep and you will be able to shear the sheep. And then there are some other aspects that they're looking at as well, for things to do with them. Speed, I don't know about gathering bait. I will ask. But that is, you know, coming in the winter time, so it might not... I might not get an answer right away. But as soon as I know, you will know. just knowing more is coming is great. Yes, it is. And I'm very excited. Especially because these are a lot of things that so many people have asked for so long. So it's awesome and I love it. Rather we got rabbits instead of sheep. I mean, there are rabbits. You can't really do anything with them, but a lot of people have just kind of taken the quest, snatched up a rabbit, and then abandoned the quest, and then they take the rabbit back to the ranch and just kind of keep it in there. I think somebody had one in a chicken coop one time. That was kind of fun. Turn a piece of pork into 20 or more pieces of bait. Oh no. No. Not the pork. We could probably use the chicken for that though. My granny used to use chicken gizzards to fish with. That was forever ago though. Was it chicken gizzards or chicken livers? I think it was the gizzards. What, Speed? You didn't know you could take the rabbits home with you? Chicken works or wild meat? I've never tried like deer meat or anything fishing wise. I have eaten deer meat. And I've also eaten goat one time. But they tricked me and told me that it was deer meat. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think I would like Ranch Sim, but after watching a few videos and playing some, I just need to keep doing more and more. I think that is what happened with all of us. I think we just were kind of like, oh, this looks like it could be fun for a little bit. And then now we can't stop. I mean, certainly when I started playing, I never thought in a million years that I was going to be a moderator for the game and a YouTuber for the game on top of it. Oh, we want worms and crickets for bait? Yes. Yes. We need the night crawlers. Ducks, turkey, and geese. I don't know if they're planning on adding that. Certainly not this year. Goat, duck, rabbit, and deer. I've never had rabbit or duck that I know of. See, I was raised in Alabama, in the backwoods of Northwest Florida / Lower Alabama. So I'm used to eating deer on a regular basis. I've stopped sadly because I feel too overpowered. You mean in the game? I mean, that can happen sometimes. I usually take a break and come back when I've decided I want to build something else. And I cannot count how many times I've rebuilt my ranch. Maybe I'll do a ranch tour. I have to see if everything's set up and cleaned up though. It really irks me when my ranch is messy. Does anybody else have that OCD problem? Like, my ranch has to be spotless. It has to be neat and tidy, and I cannot stand if there is a single plank laying on the ground in the grass for no reason. But my house looks like ADHD just exploded everywhere. I'm so organized in the game and so unorganized everywhere else. I'm glad the horses got some love too. I'm glad that we can breed them now because the little horses are adorable. And I'm glad that everyone has been pretty positive about all the updates lately. Rabbit meat was soft. I had it in a soup. The duck tasted similar to the dark meat of a chicken. Huh. I don't think I'm that wild and crazy about trying new things anymore. But duck might be interesting. Okay, guys. I am gonna end the stream. I'm looking forward to the official announcement on Monday, and I hope you guys are too. I'm looking forward to all 3 of these updates for different reasons. And I know, not the gators. Oh Lord. I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to these updates as much as I am. And yeah, that's all from me today. I'm gonna have probably another couple of videos coming out between now and the update, the sheep update for sure. I want to do probably a ranch tour from my forest map ranch. I haven't gotten one really good set up on the Southwest map yet. I'm still working on that. If you were watching my live stream at all, I'm almost to the 36K to buy the new ranch, or to buy the most expensive one. So I'm going to be moving all my stuff over there pretty soon. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm getting memberships set up, and I'm going to start showing you guys some different games that I've been contacted about recently, and trying those out, talking about those a little bit, and then looking at some newer stuff that's coming soon, which is going to be really awesome. Speed, it's been an hour. Come on. To be fair, I wasn't even going to do a live stream today because I am in the process of moving and packing stuff up. So I actually had to take my stuff back out and set it back up because I definitely wanted to make sure I got this stuff out to you guys today. So yeah, Diamond, I'm planning a ranch tour. It's probably going to be the forest map though, because like I said, Southwest, I'm just not set up on there yet because I've been really taking my time. Hey, Walls, I'm sorry you just got here. You know, feel free to watch the stream back and see everything we've talked about. Basically, it's just the roadmap and what's coming. Summer of this year, we're going to get sheep and sheep shearing. Not the mud. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited about the updates. I hope you guys are really excited about the updates. I know that the devs and the publishing team are really excited about the updates. So we're trucking along. But yeah, that is it from me today. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream and watching and listening to me ramble with my ADHD. And yeah, it is definitely a hassle to move, but hopefully this will be one of the last times I have to do it ever in my life. So fingers crossed on that. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed to me on Twitch, please go subscribe over there. I need all the help I can get over there for followers, and memberships are coming soon. Feel free to let me know what you guys want in a membership, because I want to make it worth it for you guys to be a member. And yeah, that's it from me. So thank you so much for watching, and as always,